Hey everybody, Ryan here with Rays Latest. Today I'm going to talk about the four players that were sent down as part of the latest roster cuts for the spring training roster, as well as some World Baseball Classic news just with players on the Rays and the Rays system, as well as former Rays players and things of that nature. And I'm going to talk about the Braves and Rays game this past Sunday and kind of just touch on things that I've seen and some things that maybe you guys have also seen. But first, just want to talk about the players that were cut from the major league camp roster and sent back down to minor league camp. The main one being Dominic Keegan, who's kind of the bona fide catching prospect in the organization. He was added to the 40-man to be protected for the Rule 5 big league draft this past season, and he's kind of been that guy in the system where everybody's had catching questions for multiple years ever since Mike Zunino left, and it's kind of just always pointed to Dominic Keegan kind of being the next guy kind of coming in line. And he's struggled a little bit this spring. I touched on it a little bit in a couple episodes ago, just kind of where Fortes, Fiducia, and him stand. And by far, out of the three of them, he definitely struggled the most. Granted, he did have the least amount of chances to kind of prove himself and kind of show what he can do. And I think that's a logistical problem because you do want to make sure that you have your guys behind the plate. And I think that Fiducia, Fortes, they're obviously going to be the two main guys on the big league roster this season, and just getting them the most amount of reps possible is what we're going to need. And obviously, you have Caden Bodine as well, who I think is the future of the organization. Just in my opinion, just from seeing him play in person, seeing him over the years, switch hitting catcher. There's not really who can hit for power, played great defensively. I think that he is the future behind the plate for the Tampa Bay Rays in the next couple of years. But I do think that Dominic Keegan is kind of the more sudden option for that. And him being sent down, that's not really necessarily a big question mark of like, why did we do that? Obviously, you have to keep cutting down roster spots because innings are going to start stretching out for players. Like we saw Taylor Walls today. Obviously, the World Baseball Classic is going on. Players are gone. Things of that nature. Taylor Walls had 4 at bats today in the leadoff spot, and so you're going to see that kind of slowly down the line. More and more innings and at bats are getting taken away by the big league roster guys. So cutting the roster down to 57 at this point, 57 is a crap ton, and I think that any baseball roster with 57 players is absurd. And obviously, it's spring training. I get it. I completely understand. But people getting sent down is not really an issue. So Keegan kind of headlines that as well. Alex Cook, Ty Johnson, and Logan Workman were also reassigned to minor league camp. I touched on it kind of this past week. Logan Workman was kind of making a start, and then he was going to get sent back down. That is the case. He did get sent back down along with some of the other top prospects as well. So him being in that, not an issue, not a problem. I don't really see much with that, and I think that it's just one of those things where it's going to happen, and those guys were the ones that were going to get sent down. Majority pitchers, obviously, because you can kind of funnel those guys in and out, and we'll kind of see how they produce the rest of their minor league season to kind of see how they start that and see if they get pulled up to the 40-man here in the near future. But the next thing I'll talk about is the World Baseball Classic. Obviously, Junior Caminero, our guy, he's an unbelievable baseball player, and I think that he's kind of putting on a show as being the best player in the World Baseball Classic right now. I mean, he's hitting 571 with 2 homers and a 1429 slugging percentage with a 625 on base percentage. And he has 5 RBIs. So my math's correct. That OBP or OPS is above 2,000. And he's played. He's don't honestly. I mean, obviously, he's only played in 2 games, but his preseason games that he played in before the World Baseball Classic, I saw him hit a home run, and he proceeded to do his crazy, whatever you want to call it, trot around the bases. He hit a backside line drive home run in the World Baseball Classic in Miami. I don't think that ball got more than 20 feet off the ground, and it was hit on an absolute laser seed to right center field for a home run, and he acted accordingly. He took forever to run around the bases. Well, actually, this time he kind of like borderline sprinted around the bases, lost his helmet on the way to second base, and then proceeded to do this across his chest, representing his country, doing a bunch of dance moves, all the crazy things you like to see from a guy who is succeeding. I love it. I think he's doing fantastic, and I'm really excited for what is to come in this season with him because he is just putting on a performance that I have seen like no other, especially from an offensive standpoint. And it's just exciting to see because obviously you're waiting for the season. It's been a long time. We haven't played a game since, well, the exact date, very, very late September, very, very early October was the last time the Tampa Bay Rays played a baseball game. And so just seeing our players be able to perform and do it at the highest level. Aranda has looked fantastic. A former player, Rosarina, threw out a runner at home plate. It's I've seen a lot of Rays players just be successful, and former Rays players be successful, and it's really good to see. And I just love to see Tampa Bay Rays players kind of just putting that on at the highest level and in front of the entire world to see. And Caminero kind of being a staple of the Rays, doing what he's supposed to be doing. It's just great to see, and I love it. And I'm excited to kind of see that carry over into the regular season. But the Rays also played the Braves today, where we won 9-8. Taylor Walls, 3 for 4 with an RBI, scored 2 runs. He's currently hitting .417 in the spring. That's extremely exciting because if he can continue to hit, the sky's the limit with that guy because obviously you see that he's a platinum glove defensive shortstop. And if he could hit too, a lot could happen. A lot could happen with that guy. If he can find his bat and hit anywhere around 280 and play the defense that he has at shortstop, he's an all-star. And I know that's crazy to say, Taylor Walls being an all-star. I'm a Florida State guy, played at Florida State. I've trained with Taylor Walls before, Florida State guy. Love the guy to death. He can't hit, or he hasn't been able to hit at all at a major league level. If he can continue doing what he's doing in the spring, I don't know. I don't think there's words to describe the excitement that I would have if Taylor Walls can perform offensively for the Rays, and I think that would just be astronomically great for us. Fortes went 1 for 2 as well. DeLuca 1 for 3. Olivares 1 for 3 as well. Taylor 1 for 3 as well. Jake Fraley 2 for 2 with an RBI. Ben Williamson 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs and a homer. We're starting to see the guys click. We're starting to see the offense come around. Obviously, from a pitching perspective, Logan Workman, who just got sent back down, made his start today. 2 2/3, 5 earned, 8 hits, 3 Ks. A little concerning. BJ 1 1/3, no runs, no hits, no walks, 1 strikeout. Kevin Kelly, one inning, 1 earned, 2 hits. It's whatever. It's one of those things. Workman, obviously, he's a minor league guy. You're going to see some things like that happen, and obviously it's spring training. Things happen. You're playing the Braves. Things happen. It's okay. Seeing the relievers kind of, once you give up 5 runs in 2 2/3, kind of just calm things out. Bijay was straight the first one out of the pen from that. I'm expecting big things from him. I'm excited. We got him from Chicago when we did in the Paredes trade. And I think that just those guys in the pen, just being able to kind of control situations like that, you get behind early, just keep throwing up zeros, let the offense work. And if the offense can continue to produce, especially when you add all these WBC guys back in with Aranda and Caminero, the sky's the limit with this team, and I think that the possibilities are endless, and I'm really excited to kind of see what happens. But you guys let me know what you guys think about what you've seen with the WBC guys and how excited you are with Caminero kind of just being that guy and just continuing to perform at whatever stage he's at, as well as what you think about Taylor Walls and anything else you've seen in spring training as well. But you guys have a good one.